It's January 15th, 2011, and you're watching Mods on Air.
Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his, Three's company too. Come and dance on our floor. Take a step that is new.
It's like first season.
That needs your face, Three's company too. You'll see that life is a ball again. Laughter is calling for you. Down at our rendezvous. Three's company too.
Ah, there we go. Okay, so welcome to episode 316 of Mods on Air. Bringing you the week in gaming as modders, developers, and gamers ourselves. That was an interesting opening, and I am foyleman. Also on the show today, we have with us Breesy. How you doing today, Breesy?
Hello.
We also have with us GameKat. Hey, GameKat, how are you?
Howdy, I'm good.
Welshy is with us. Hello, Welshy.
Hello.
And Stryder's with us. Hello, Stryder.
Hello, everybody.
So we have a lineup of topics, but before we begin, let me remind you that this show was recorded live. You're welcome to join us. Anyone can, and message about the topics as we discuss them. And for the topics that we do discuss, Welshy will probably post a relevant URL into the chat window in case you care to follow along. And for the other links that are posted, if you go there, it's your own problem. Finally, for those of you who haven't heard the show before, expect to be confused and offended. And if you don't like that, you should leave now.
Expect to be confused and offended.
It's an interesting combination of emotions we're going for.
Confusion. Am I being offended? It's a good market. Good market to go for.
I have to ask what the fuck you were thinking about with the new...
what?
That was my idea. I just thought it would be funny.
Just a change of pace.
I just got that song in my head yesterday, and I was like, we should open the show with that tomorrow, just for laughs.
This 70s flashback brought to you by... Sorry, that would have been an 80s flashback.
80s, yeah.
Yeah, let's not go too far back there, Stryder.
All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. CES was going on this past week, which is the electronics show, and there's all kinds of gadgets that were discussed that brought all sorts of things for us to rage about. And to start off the raging, I think I'm going to bring up the thing going on over at Razer. You know, the manufacturer of mice, as well as many other things, are planning to put together what they are calling Project Fiona, which is going to be for hardcore gamers. PC gamers who love PC gaming so much that they have to bring it with them wherever they go. So what they're going to do is make you play it on this console tablet.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It's an attempt at indoctrination to consoles.
It's very confusing why they keep going on for hardcore gamers, PC gamers. You gotta have it. Where you can play the current games, which is cool. You know, it is a pretty well beefed up tablet.
Well, I mean, it says the frame rate is choppy, but keep in mind this is on ultra high.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's completely useless to me.
Yeah, that's the whole point of being a hardcore PC gamer is that...
I've got a grand's worth of PC in my house. Don't want something that's going to run that like that.
Well, this I think is only going to cost a little over $1,000 itself. And
Exactly.
it has a Core i7. They won't tell you what the GPU is. That is going to be a secret until the very end. And what else? The final product, the battery will last 2 to 3 hours. Okay. I think that's what it says.
Because nothing says hardcore gamer like a 2 to 3 hour session.
When you're doing 12-hour stints. That's hardcore.
Try 2 to 3 day session. That's hardcore.
Here it is playing Skyrim.
Case in point.
Yeah.
Kate, what was the shortest that you ever played Skyrim
I
at one
did
sitting?
actually play for only like an hour once, but it was painful. I had
And
to
the
be
power
dragged
went up.
away.
It was because the power went out, or I had a wedding to go to.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah,
a
it's not-
funeral to go to, and it just, it just put a down on my whole day.
It was one of those things where I was like, well, if I play now, then I'll only be 15 minutes late and I can get an hour in, so let's go.
It's not like Star Wars where it takes you an hour to shut down.
Yeah.
That's just trying to come down off the high. That's what that
Yeah.
is.
For a soft place to land.
You gotta kind of, you come down off that
Ease
high. You gotta
yourself out,
mellow
yeah.
out. If you just crash, then you're right back in. You click the wrong button by accident. It's like, yes, I've logged off. Click the play button instead of the quit button. They're on opposite sides of the screen, but it's just like, oh, well, I'm in. I might as well go do a mission.
Well, this thing says that the controllers will be detachable, but it's still a tablet. I don't know what Razer's trying to do here. I mean, they came up with that interesting Razer Blade, I think they called it, Stryder, where it was a laptop that you could carry around that was supposed to be high powered that you can play on.
It was like less than half an inch thick.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, and it had like programmable macro keys on the right that were all LED, and it was
And it also mega expensive.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was definitely expensive.
That one may have been over $2,000. I don't remember.
It may have been.
So does it do other stuff that tablets do, and it's just supposed to be like a PC game performing?
Yes. That is
Version.
the point. Correct.
What I see as this being useful for is, why not take and make something like the handles like they've got that an iPad snaps into, and make it a peripheral for an iPad, and you're going to make money at it.
Also says it was going to run Windows 8.
It's going to run Windows 8.
So
Well,
it's
of course
touchscreen.
it is. So can somebody's phone.
But yeah, and the reason the iPad thing won't work is that like, Mac people aren't really PC game people, so they're not going to care.
Yeah, but you don't do it for a PC gamer. You do it for the people that are playing Bejeweled on their iPad or Dr. Nano.
We wish.
Because that's a setup for a casual gamer.
Yep.
Mhm. And well, then I guess this mouse really isn't set up for a casual gamer. They came out with this mouse here, the Razer Naga, and it has all sorts of buttons, which this picture actually does not
I
show.
thought it said
but this,
Ninja to begin with. I got excited.
this one does. NAGA.
But see, I would be more apt to buy that mouse than the other one that they were showing off
There it
at
is.
PAX that was partnered with Star Wars.
Yeah, I
'Cause
understand that.
that one that they had partnered with Star Wars had the full keyboard, or the full number pad, including plus minus, all that where your thumb would go. Like it was beyond MMO. Like, my thumbs are huge. I would not be able to pinpoint one of those buttons without actually having my other hand there to press the buttons, because and I'd have to have a pen. Because you just mash all buttons all at once.
I don't like Razer products though. Actually, I used to think
Well,
they
tell
were
us
great.
how you really feel.
I used to think they were wonderful, except ever since Windows 7 came out, it seems like the drivers keep crashing. So yeah, I could end up blaming Windows for it, but I can't seem to get through a gaming session without one crashing on me. So I just stopped using them, and I had 3 of them. I thought it was the mouse that was causing an issue, so I got rid of it. I got a new one. That wasn't it.
I've still got my Copperhead that I've had for about 3 years now. I'm on Windows 7 64-bit. Not had a single problem.
Now I'm just using the Logitechs.
Yeah, and see, I've had no end of troubles with Logitech keyboards lately.
Slash develop Parkinson's. We're not quite sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still
Like
like my
what?
nice cheap $20. Was it a
Dynex.
freaking Dynex keyboard? It's awesome.
Yeah, I like mine too. I actually once a week my Dynex will just stop working and I have to unplug it and plug it back in. But otherwise, I do like it a lot. Which
I haven't had any trouble at all with my keyboard or my Logitech mouse.
Me
I must
either.
be doing
Years.
something wrong.
It's just you, I think.
It's just me. All my drivers crash. My video drivers crash for this stupid webcam when I'm trying to do stuff.
Windows
my mic
7
crash.
64-bit.
Yeah, Windows 7 64.
That's.
Yeah.
I've got no end
Yeah.
of problems with that.
See,
Unfortunately,
I've got the same, and I don't have any. Well, I say that my sound card I think died yesterday,
Yes.
but that's
Yeah.
a different issue.
and you can't
Sorry.
install Windows with more than
Oh
3
yeah, yeah.
gig of RAM or something.
Well, I don't know if that was just that board, or whether that is just that those sticks of RAM. Or I could not yesterday. I'm building a new PC for my dad, and yesterday I could not get Windows 7 64-bit to install with 6 gig of RAM in. It would not boot. Well,
That
it
sounds
would
like
boot,
a
but
RAM
it
issue.
would not load. Yeah, it would not load the setup. But that's what I thought. Oh, maybe on the the RAM sticks is dead.
Yeah.
So I took them out,
Those-
but putting them back in, looking in the BIOS, it's got a usable amount of memory, 6 gig.
Yeah.
So they're working.
Windows
It's a-
must be trying
so-
to detect the hardware, and when it tries to detect the memory, it fails.
That's what I thought. So I've installed it on 1 gig, and then it's there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put the rest back in.
Yeah, I
but-
would do that.
It drove me a little bit insane because I was like, well, why is this not working?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Windows does sometimes fail, but I'm not going to switch to Mac. Mac is not
No,
a gaming
fuck.
machine. I would consider Linux if I could actually use it for stuff.
Ubuntu.
Just nothing really.
That's
There's no
like saying
install
I'd consider
space.
murdering someone, but
Well, yeah. You can murder someone, or you can get the Kinect for Xbox for PC, which is coming out.
the exact same thing.
The exact same thing. You should go to prison for both.
Every
reasons.
time you buy a Kinect, a little Chinese baby gets murdered.
That's an advertising campaign you're not going to be seeing this.
If it was a girl baby,
this
they were going
online?
to murder it anyway. So
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yes, but what's going on here is Microsoft
Jane
just
just jumped right on that bandwagon. That's awesome.
So she was staying away from me. I'm not
She's
getting
dead
involved.
anyways.
I don't know.
Microsoft announces that February 1st they're releasing the software development kit for the Kinect. That is a crazy video I got coming from Stryder.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I don't
Like
know.
witness protection.
Now,
Yeah.
how much does a Kinect cost for the Xbox 360? I'd say
Too much.
$150. I think it's $150, which is, yeah, I agree. I think it's too much. I think it should be $99, but you know what? That's what it is. So they're going to sell it to Windows haters for $249.99. They're going to add an extra $100 to it so that you can buy it for the PC. I can go and buy an Xbox One and plug it into my PC and it still gets recognized. I don't understand what this extra $100 is.
Profit?
Is it because well, yeah, they anticipate
Oh.
that they're not going to sell as many, probably.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
other-
Hey, there's a
Other
different
than
camera in it.
see, other than the
Windows logo.
usage of the
unit for motion capture, what the fuck is a PC user going to do with it?
Right.
Because you don't see PC users jumping around in front of their keyboards unless they're rage quitting.
I'm usually pissed off
Um,
if I got to get a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the opposite, but yes, I agree.
What is the use? So are they raising it $100 because people are going to use it for motion capture? But the people that know they
That's
can
it.
use it for motion capture are already using
Or-
the
Already-
yeah.
Yes.
the
Hello, I'm
$20
one of them.
program that.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, and look, I lost
But
the
it's
audio for
different
Stryder.
camera in it.
Yeah, they say it
What
has
is
a
that?
different camera in it. I think Stryder's talking. We just can't hear him now.
Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic!
there he is.
oh,
Now
there
he's
he
back.
is.
Oh, yes, sir.
So you heard nothing I said?
I just know that motion capture for the PC, which we already have for $20. That's the last thing I heard.
All right. I don't know what the fuck's going on. If it's my connection or what. Let me look.
It's like witness protection.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're right, Stryder. Why are we going to go out and buy this for motion capture as a regular user? Are we going to be playing these games in front of our PC? Very few people have a PC setup where they can get up and walk 8 feet back.
Yeah.
And actually
I'm wedged
still,
between my bed here.
yes.
Just fit my chair in.
Maybe
That,
maybe
and
where the TV
I'd
is.
rather go outside and live outside for a bit than stand around in my living room dancing around like an idiot.
Real dogs.
That is an
Yeah.
option. Wow, loving that video, Stryder. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's just wow. Yeah.
That's Logitech.
Being teleported.
All right.
Looks like one of those like impressionist paintings. Yeah, it's not really meant to be anything. It's just.
I call this one the fuzz.
Well, do you think that they're perhaps? You think Microsoft's perhaps getting set up for stuff that's going to start happening with built-in TV applications? You know, I'm thinking about there's a lot of TVs out there that are putting applications built into the TV. The TV has a computer built into it. Right now, we can watch Hulu and Netflix and stuff like that on our TV. So why not switch it over to Google TV? Which, by the way, Google TV runs some sort of Android platform. Which, by the way, we know that there are games and stuff available for the Android phones. So, you know, the next logical step is Google TV is a PC that allows us to play games. And now why not have a Kinect or Microsoft Kinect that we can plug into our TV, which thinks it's a computer? I don't know. I know I might be taking it a few steps too far, but
It's still all very gimmicky to me.
yeah, it is.
I think once people sort of get bored of it, it's just gonna die. It's like 3D. 3D's pretty much already died.
It seems like the Kinect has more like industrial applications. Like its value lies more in the sort of mods that they're creating for it for professional use than it does in actual, you know, consumer gameplay.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more. It seems more useful anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Welshy's right. The consumer version of it is a gimmick that will get old, but I think in ways for like motion capture and, you know, God knows what else they're going to come up with that this thing can do, it's actually pretty valuable. It's a step forward in that area.
But I bet you Microsoft didn't even think of that when they were making it.
Right, which is
Because that doesn't make them that much money.
Bizarre.
Stryder's almost back. Yeah, so what's going on now is that OnLive has announced a new cloud gaming app for Google TV. So Google TV will have OnLive built into it so that you can play games on the Google TV, which I thought Google TV kind of already had because of the Android operating system that it had going for it. But you know what? Let's bring in OnLive so that we can get some more PC type games onto the TV. I like the idea of OnLive. I like some of what they're doing. I just it's just not something that I need. I
The
have
only
a
thing
PC.
I could see it being is in like hotels.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, oh, you rent your hotel room and you can play some games on the TV while you're there.
good. So I can leave little Timmy in the hotel room and go gamble some more.
Well, I do like the idea that of what we talked. I think we talked about it last week, where OnLive is thinking of is going to integrate Windows, a version of Windows into it that you can stream your Windows applications and whatever. Not just your applications, but stream a version of Windows. Because I'm really interested in the idea that we could have some sort of cloud-based PC where I have my PC wherever I go. So
Yeah,
I
as
think
in, like,
OnLive
yeah,
might
you
be pushing towards that.
Throw it up
What's
on the TV, and then you
Yeah.
you need to go in the other room, so you throw it up on the monitor in there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, not to say that Windows makes you throw up, just, you know. All right, jumping over to some other stuff here. We have Red Orchestra 2 has released their SDK. That's Tripwire Interactive, the same guys that make Killing Floor. They have that game, which you may not have realized. Red Orchestra 2, Heroes of Stalingrad, a shooter game. And that thing is going to be out there for modding. And I think it is out there right now, right? I think the SDK is available right at this moment.
Yep. That game was kind of a non-starter. It was fun to play, but just never played it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really liked it, and just I don't know, a lot of people just didn't bother playing it. And,
I agree.
And I tried to think of the reason why I stopped playing it, and it's like I don't really know.
Yeah, Paul Storm is right. Modders may fix that issue. I
Well,
mean,
I was
we
gonna
haven't.
get the SDK going for the site, but you need 6 gig of RAM to compile.
I
stuff,
know, that's crazy.
which I have. but not the average person doesn't.
No. But there are 3 mods in the making already that they're announcing: Rising Storm, In Country Vietnam, and Iron Europe. And these are mods that are being made for Red Orchestra 2 now.
I think it's very much like it's either you really like it or you just hate it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no middle ground.
It's not an easy game.
No.
No.
That.
No. Alright, yeah, okay, now, I kind of enjoyed this next topic a little bit here. The first Modern Warfare DLC has now been announced. And for those of you who are currently paying for your Call of Duty Elite subscription, you're going to get these 2 maps. Two maps.
2 whole maps. And we go 2 for $10.
But in March, yes, in March you get to pay for it. And normally that's what, $10, I guess? I don't know. 800 Microsoft points? Who knows? Yeah, 2 maps.
Nobody knows what the conversion rate is.
It's ridiculous. It's just getting worse and worse.
Right, that is nuts. Well,
The worst thing is people are going to buy this.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, people will still buy it.
but this is not the only one. You know, they're also announcing some other stuff. Activision actually is announcing some other. Let's see. There's other DLCs planned for Modern Warfare 3. They say that there are 20 total over the next 9 months. 20 DLCs planned for Modern Warfare 3 over the next 3 months. That's what this article says.
So 20 of the maps that they took out of the game in the first place.
Yeah. Or old maps from the other games.
Yeah.
How much do they charge for DLC? Like,
Well,
are they going to charge for all that? I assume.
Your soul.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, we don't know what they're going to charge yet. But
It'll be like $9.99 or something. Pounds, that'll be probably.
20 pieces of downloadable content in 3 months.
I mean, that's a lot, but you just know it's gonna be crap. It's just gonna be like 2 apps each time.
Wow. Yeah, your video's frozen, Breesy, if you're wondering.
Yeah, I thought that.
So is mine. You know what? Whatever.
Everybody's frozen, I think.
Yeah. No.
Video's overrated.
So anyway, all right. So I don't know what's
DVD
going on with with Activision and Modern. I don't know. But they're also prepping the idea that get ready for, you know, we have to have a version of Call of Duty every year. I'm sorry, I almost said every 2 years. So we got to get ready for Black Ops 2. Right? Black Ops 2 should be out this year, shouldn't it? Because that would be the next one. Yeah. So that's on its way.
Rush out and pre-order.
Russia.
Yeah, pre-order today.
Everyone's probably pre-ordered it already.
Let's set up a pre-order website for that right now. Why not? Let's do that.
It's
and just start
like the
collecting
Madden
money.
of, yeah, I agree with that, Troll. It's like the Madden of shooters. They just update the jerseys and then update the teams and then out it goes again.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm not interested in any more.
No.
No.
I would be if they took some time off and actually worked on it. But it's never going to happen.
Okay, let's go over to some off of Activision and jump on EA's back here. Mass Effect 3 we know is in development and it's coming along, but they're now going to force you to use Origin with it. Origin will be required for all PC editions of Mass Effect 3, whether or not you purchase it in physical form or digital.
It's kind of if they're going to do it with Battlefield, they're going to do it with Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will not be available on Steam.
Right, I still think it's a huge mistake for that
thing, so.
purpose, yeah.
They're still trying to prove that they can compete with Steam, I think.
Yeah, I agree. That's what they're trying to do, and
Failing.
they don't. Well, actually, they're not failing as bad as the EA Link did, and I think it's because they have games that people want, and that's probably the only reason.
Well,
EA,
that's
they
the thing,
threw out
though.
there when
They're forcing it not to fail by forcing people. You're not giving anyone a choice. So, well, you don't put it on Steam, so you have to buy it on Origin. Oh, I'll buy this copy. That. Well, yeah, you still got to use Origin. It's like it can't fail if you have no choice in using it.
You know, and then I get emails from Origin saying, "Oh, you get 60% off of games if you buy two. You buy 2 games and you get 60% off. Blah 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 blah. Does not apply to any Origin exclusive games. Does not apply to Star Wars: The Old Republic. Does not apply to any Steam games or Valve games."
So basically, Bejeweled.
Yeah.
I know. I only boot up my Origin if we're playing Battlefield. That's the only time it runs.
Me too. Make sure it's not set to automatically start. And I also found out this week that sometimes it doesn't log you out, even when you turn off the computer. Because GameKat here was asking me about, you're still signed into Origin. And I was like, no, I shut down. Maybe my computer didn't shut down. When I got into work, it was off. And the router at work was unplugged. So I wasn't online. But Origin said I was.
Creepy.
Bizarre.
Yeah. I think
Probably like linking to your life force. It just means you're still alive.
It's how EA EA keeps their stats up, you know, for how many people are playing simultaneously.
Nah, I'm being mean to
Well,
log
he
in.
hasn't died yet, so he's still using it. He's still using it.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, I'm sure. That's considered fair use.
Yeah.
Is it fair use?
You cannot log off, Dave.
I can't let you do that, Dave.
Yeah. Or they have some sort of new tracking software so that they can track you even when you're offline. I don't know.
That's what I mean. They're just like literally tracking your life.
Just gonna pop up with mundane things like Foyleman is making a sandwich.
Yeah.
Foyleman is taking a shower.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That origin symbol that they show in the middle, that's not just an orange swirly. That's actually supposed to have an eyeball in the middle that they decided to cut out. Because we are watching. Yeah. Watch this.
You better take the
That's
eyeball
what
out
that
of the logo
mysterious
there,
metal implant is. I was wondering why the aliens put that there. It's for Origin.
Alright, Hitman Absolution. I don't know how many of you are Hitman fans. I'm actually not, but I know a couple of you have played it and enjoyed it. And Hitman Absolution Instincts now has a new video coming out here. They want to keep promoting this game because they have a vague release date of sometime in 2012. Yeah, I have some sort of video here. Actually, I have 2 videos. I guess this is the video they want you to see. No, that's the game trailers one. I don't know which one they want you to see. I think it's this one. And they're saying that it has some sort of new ability that they're adding into the game. They're calling it Instinct Mode. They say it's similar to Batman's Detective Mode, which I figured Welshy would know.
Yeah, it's just if you played Assassin's Creed as well, it's the same thing. It's where you press a button and it highlights where everyone is.
In case you don't know where the hell you're going and you need a little help.
Like in Batman, they kind of did it subtly, where it was like part of his kind of technology, and it was like sonar, so it would like pulse, and you could kind of see vaguely where people were, and it's basically it's idiot vision.
Idiot
It's
vision?
hints.
Idiot vision.
Wall hack vision.
Asking for a hint.
So the little paperclip pops up. It appears you're trying to find bad guys.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a video of that or something, don't we? That's awesome. Alright. Okay, Battlefield 3. There's some stuff going on regarding hackers. There was an interesting video that was just put out by some young hacker here who needs to get his ass smacked. Anyway, here's this video of him.
You make that sound creepy.
By a priest foil.
Yes, by a priest. There you go. So here he. Wow, that's loud. All right. here he is going around in a dice server, I guess. There's a bunch of developers from DICE in this server, and he's going around knifing them, but he's using this hack in their server. And if you can take a look at what this hack is doing, it's basically outlining every single player, regardless of whether or not he can actually see them. And it's also putting information on the screen that says what is the percentage chance that this other player can see you right now. Yeah, so he's
that
just
must
going
be
around
what Painbringer's got.
Yes, he's got over 1,000 knives now. Okay.
Yeah, and like 80 of those are me.
And the rest are me.
The rest are Breesy, yeah.
Well, DICE is not just sitting back and taking it. They are also putting in some anti-cheat measures, as well as banging out some more bans on the game to make sure that you can't get into your account, you lose all your stats, and you can't keep playing the game anymore. And
There were like 3 people banned when I was playing last night for hacking.
Actually, they were banned from the server, not from the entire game.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
Yeah, that was a server ban, but I'm just surprised. I just don't see what fun that is.
No, I don't see the point of it either.
It's because you got a game that's stat based, leveling up. It's like expecting people not to hack on an MMO. Yeah, it is, but it's oh look, I get to own some noobs without It's like, well, yeah, but you run around and you can see through the walls.
Yeah. What was that? We every time we spawned, we saw somebody with a repair tool killing. Was that right, Breesy and GameKat, or was that somebody else? I think I was playing with another buddy of mine, and every time we spawned, we were killed seconds later by someone with a repair tool.
Oh,
I seem to remember you saying something like that.
So that's an interesting cheat.
you've been welded.
Well,
All
at least
right.
if you can do it with the medical paddles. At least that's funny.
Yeah. And that could actually legitimately
Kill
at least
someone, yeah.
cause unconsciousness. Whereas welding would just be like, ow, stop it, get off me with that.
Ow, quit it.
Yeah, quit it, ow.
All right, Ghost
Slap you.
Ghost Recon Future Soldier. They were making it for the PC, then they weren't, now they are again. So I guess you can rejoice in what is coming from this. I don't know. I can't remember if this is the game that I played or not when I went over to E3. And it really felt linear. I mean, almost on rails it felt like I was playing with this game. Where at one point it was like, you can't run, you're locked in, now you have to shoot. Oh, these things. Okay, now, like, what kind of... It was like playing Rage on the iPhone kind of deal. I didn't understand the whole point of it. So I think that was the Ghost Recon Future Soldier. And this is going to be one of those, like, in the browser, isn't it? I don't know.
No, you're thinking of the other one. It's Ghost Recon, but it's someone else.
Okay, so I'm getting them a little bit mixed up. But this the one that I played was the one for the PC, not the browser version. So
Yeah, I played this one at Eurogamer, but I only played the multiplayer.
Well, a beta is going to roll out in April. Who knows what it's going to be for? The Xbox 360, the PS3, or probably not the PC. But no, another one that I won't hook up with. Think of all the other. Oh no, that's not Ghost Recon, is it? The one I'm thinking of with that usually starts out with the word Red something, like Red Dragon or
You're thinking of Flashpoint, new Operation
Operation Flashpoint. Yeah, never mind. Which is another one that's like, oh, I can't wait to play it. Oh, okay, I just played it for 20 minutes. I
finished it, yeah.
Oh, well. All right. Well, another one that I know that you were all dying to find out about, Stalker 2 is back in development.
Stalker, there's such a tease.
Did it ever stop?
Well, it gets. I think it gets better.
It was lost in translation.
That it was like
Somehow.
dead in the water and canceled, and that was the end of Stalker, and we all shed a tear.
Yeah.
Of happiness.
of joy.
Well, they're announcing this on their Facebook page, and most of the comments are in Russian.
There's a surprise.
like
Yes.
most of the game.
Like most of the game.
Is it going to be at Chernobyl again, or are they going to relocate to that Japanese nuclear facility that's still spewing radiation?
I know they're probably not allowed back to Chernobyl. They've probably all got radiation poisoning.
Yeah. All right. Tomb Raider. A Tomb Raider is you know that they're trying to redevelop this whole Tomb Raider. Yes, a reboot, I should say, is correct. Not necessarily reboot the games that are already out there, but reboot the franchise itself. And what they're going to do is they're going to work in this thing called geocaching, which means that they're going to put GPS into the game in some way or another, so that you can actually play Tomb Raider in real life. So they're not going to say put geocaching into Tomb Raider, but they're going to add it as an aspect to sell the game that they're trying to produce here. So you're going to walk around with your iPhone playing this game and possibly come up across some loot in the real world thanks to the geocaches that have been put in and your GPS tracking device and whoever's tracking you. Square Enix, I guess, in this case.
EA.
Yeah.
Right?
Help EA track you, please. Because Origin can't be everywhere.
I don't understand this this trend toward trying to marry games with real life. I play games to escape real life because it sucks. So why would I want to?
Because you wonder why you can if you could make a potion out of that plant.
Yes.
And I will just stop right there.
So you're saying the next iteration of Elder Scrolls, I'm going to have to go out in the real world and find real plants and then use the Kinect to scan the plant's DNA into my computer, and then I can make a potion.
Don't give them idea. That's precisely what it's going to be, Morphus. You're going to end up with codes. And the codes will help you in game.
And there's only going to be one treasure at each code, so bring a knife.
A pile of dead bodies around. Fantastic.
Yeah, right? If these are like Xbox players, you know that there's going to be some knifings. And then they're going to push this
No, they're
along.
all rage quit before they get there.
They'll make this.
Everybody's rage quitting on their GPS.
But they'll make this an app for the Windows phones, and you'll have to use the Windows
It'll just never work.
GPS to drive around the bad parts of town.
You'll meant to be in like downtown, and you end up in China if it's a Windows phone.
Well, I bring that up because
Make a U-turn of 350,000 miles.
Well, you did notice that Windows put together that thing that they're calling the Avoid the Ghetto GPS app.
The Avoid the Ghetto.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for that app right now.
Yeah.
There's an app for that.
I don't remember what they're calling it, but
I'm going to look for it. Just see what comes up, because that's kind of funny.
I've got such a bad... Is it Ghetto Out of Town?
Ghetto Out of Town.
Oh,
Terrible.
that hurt my soul.
I like that. I like that. I want to make an app just to call it that now.
God. I better be getting royalties.
Hey, there are several places
yeah.
in New Jersey. I forget, I was telling somebody at work how to get somewhere, and I told them, when you're driving down the street, if you hit a red light, just go through it. Do not stop. Just drive through it. So there's a few towns in Jersey that's the advice I'd give. Don't stop. Just go.
Most of them have the same street name.
Don't go there.
Okay. All right, Steam. Going on while Stryder keeps looking for the ghetto.
There is no Ghetto app. Ghetto to jail free.
No, that would be the that game made in the 70s called Black versus White or something like that. Anyway, and you can look that up. That's real. That's not made up. I'm not just.
That sounds a little racist.
I didn't make it. I'm just mentioning it exists. Steam Group has put together some sort of group here of people who want to call for communications. They want to know what the hell's going on with episode 3 is really what this is.
Oh,
and
dream
they're
on.
they're not making threats. They're not making people sign up a petition. They just want to say, Valve, please tell us, what's going on.
What more likely what it is a bunch of 13-year-olds. Wah! I want information now. Wah! And that's what it's going to turn into. It's going to be a bunch of fucking temper tantrum.
See, what I would be interested to see is, out of all those members on that group, how many of them have actually played the first 2 Half-Lives?
They're just
Yeah.
what? They're just bandwagon jumpers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, there are over 9,000 members.
And every one of them is a member.
Just need to give up. Just give up on it.
Well,
I gave up.
not being funny, but the like
Yeah, I did too.
20,000 emails that Gabe probably gets every day
Cool. Yeah.
and doesn't answer them, making a Steam group, yeah. See, now I guarantee now I've said that they'll get something just to make me look stupid.
Okay.
Seriously, all we're going to do is when we go to PAX, we're all going to wear shirts that are like Half-Life 3 and Sin Episode 2, and we'll
Gaming
decline to
conspiracy.
comment on every one of them.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not wearing any shirts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
My,
Go on.
Boss says I can't talk about it.
This is not the shirt you're looking for.
There is that reminds me. There's another show coming up, a game show coming up in Pennsylvania. I forgot what it's called. In April 25th. But I can't remember what the name.
In
is.
Amish country?
Yeah. So I'm going to that one, just in case anybody.
Whereabouts in
happens to drive
Pennsylvania? In when?
through. Raleigh. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember all these details on April 25th.
Raleigh, Pennsylvania. I've never heard of that.
Is that
Raleigh,
right?
North Carolina.
Oh, maybe it's in North Carolina. I was sure it was.
That makes
Pennsylvania.
more sense because there are some gaming companies in Raleigh.
Shit, I'm just leaving Pennsylvania.
Ah, damn it. All right.
I'm coming home on the 17th.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. We'll look into that some more later on. Oh, you know what? We do have one more that I don't have a picture for here, but it doesn't need a picture. Pirate Bay is going to stop serving torrents, they say, which means that they're going to stop pirating? What does that mean?
They were never pirates.
I didn't read into this one, so I don't know what this one goes on. I'm trying to look it up as
Jinx is going to have to look for a new place to to frequent.
He's got that massage parlor in Idaho that he likes.
Idaho?
Just a little story he told us a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't know how many of you are into politics, and I'm not going to actually get into a full-on political conversation here, but I thought I'd mention that I did find a promising upcoming person you might want to vote for or consider here. I found this guy here. I'll just let him speak for himself.
Is his name Obama?
Thank you.
No.
Gingivitis has been eroding the gum line of this great nation long enough.
Oh my God.
The fuck?
For too long, this country has been suffering
Is that the
great moral
Travelocity
and
roaming
moral
gnome?
decay in spirit and in sizers. Our country's future depends on its ability to
This
fight
is an
back.
actual
We
debate.
can no longer
in New
be a
Hampshire.
nation indentured. Our
This
very
reminds me of
salvation
the
is
Monster
at
Baby
stake.
Looney Party.
Together, we must brace
I think he
ourselves
tried
Yes,
to run
that was
last
the
time,
political
too.
lie.
as we cross over to the bridge work into the
He's running for
23rd
president, I think.
century. Let us bite the
The
bullet
23rd
and
century?
together make America a sea
Gandalf kinda
of
went
shining
downhill after Lord of the
smiles
Rings,
from
didn't he?
sea to shiny sea. Now, friends, some people will tell you that this mandatory
money's run out.
toothbrushing law is about the secret dental police kicking down your door at 3 a.m. to make sure you've brushed. Friends, It is not.
What?
Some will mention the dental re-education
going on?
centers or the preventative dental maintenance.
This time he's
detention
running on the premise
facilities.
of fighting
It's about none of these
gingivitis.
things. It's not about the
This is a sad
government
display
issued
of mental
toothpaste
illness.
containing an addictive yet harmless substance. No, friends, it is not even about
He's got stuff
DNA
crafting.
gene splicing to create a race of winged monkeys to act as tooth fairies. Friends, what this mandatory toothbrushing law is really about is strong teeth for a strong America. My name is Vermin Supreme. I am a friendly fascist. I am a tyrant that you should trust, and you should let me run your life, because I do know what is best for you. Yes, I am a politician. I will promise you anything your little electorate heart desires, because you are my constituents. You are the informed voting public, and because I have no intention of keeping any promise that I make. Vote early, vote often. Remember, a vote for Vermin Supreme is a vote completely thrown away. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge my mother, who is in the audience here today. Please stand up, Mother. Please stand up.
Here, I'll skip
My
ahead
challenge
here.
to you, people, everybody on the stage and everybody in the audience, give up a kidney.
All right, thank you, Mr. Supreme.
Kidney.
All right, thank you, Mr. Supreme.
Give up a kidney?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Oh, good
Thank
for
you, sir.
him.
And now he
some
gets
of
his
the
questions.
Other candidates, including former Governor Romney, this is not your, shall we say, first rodeo.
Let us say that.
This is not the first time you have run for president in the
Correct.
New Hampshire primary. President Romney has been accused, and I'm not taking a position one way or the other, of taking different positions on different issues. I'm asking you right now, do you still stand by your pledge made in 2008 to provide a pony for every American?
Yes, I do, sir. Free ponies for all Americans, one of the overlooked issues in America today. My free pony platform is, of course, a jobs creation program. It will create lots and lots of jobs once we switch over to a pony-based economy. We'll also lower our dependence on foreign oil. We'll also be able to turn all that pony poop into methane gas and wonderful compost, so we'll be able to up our soil that is being depleted by agrochemicals, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And, of course, the important thing to realize is that it is a federal pony identification program where you will need your pony with you at all times. Thank you very much.
All right, I'm going to just stop it there. That's enough.
That is fun.
Where the fuck did you find that?
Yeah, I find things sometimes. All right.
He also campaigned in 2012 on a platform of zombie apocalypse awareness.
Vermin 12 Supreme, right? I think that's his name.
Vermin Supreme. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I just lost for words right now.
Yeah.
Then that's a good time to end the show. Leave you on wanting more, right?
Wow.
Okay. Then I will take this moment to ask you if you have anything else you want to yell at our listeners before we close up.
Have your pets shaved and neutered.
Why shaved?
I hope everyone's keeping warm. It is getting cold out there.
Yeah, I have to go. I got a half a foot of snow last night. I've got to go fire up the
that'd be
shovel.
a shame. I hope you're playing Star Wars.
I gotta go install drivers.
All right.
And then play Star Wars.
Try crystal meth. Apparently it's good.
There you go. All right, then I'm going to say thanks to our host for taking the time out to chat today. Breezy, thank you very much for joining us today.
That's no problem.
GameKat, thank you very much for joining us today.
Her headset died.
Oh, it did die. All right. Welshy, thank you very much for joining us and posting the show notes as we went along.
No problem.
And Stryder, thank you very much for joining us.
It was today.
It was.
I don't want to creep Breezy out, so.
Something
You do that
to
on
do
a daily
Sunday.
basis anyway.
It's always an adventure with Breezy.
All
Or
right.
felony, I'm not quite sure what.
It's always a felony. Well, then finally, I want to thank you, the fans of MODSonair.com, and the subscribing members of MODSonline.com, because They make the show possible. And until next week, everyone, hopefully we'll have a video. But anyways, happy gaming. Bye.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com. And please consider subscribing to MODSonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
That was good.
Yeah, I didn't have a new ending because I had no opening.